So last week we were moving all those lambs around, taking that group down to the bank barn and bringing the Suffolk lambs back. Well, we got everybody here at the house, and this week we've been keeping a pretty good eye on them, making sure everybody has water, make sure everybody's on feed and getting plenty of hay. But we've had some big temperature swings here between the day and night, and so we've noticed that a couple are starting to act a little sickly. So we have the new ram pinned off on the side. We started noticing that, his ears seemed a little droopy earlier today. He just really wasn't, alert as we like to see him. Rachel jumped in there, checked his temperature. He was at like 105.8. So she immediately got a hold of the vet, kind of came up with some ideas to start treatment on him and keep an eye on him. So we had him separated off here in this little pen. She checked his temperature about, I believe, like an hour and a half after she gave him some medicine, and it was down already. And I just checked his temperature here. It's about 10:30 at night, about probably 12 hours or so since we discovered it. And he's down to 103.6 right now. He seems to be up, acting a little bit more alert and moving around, but so far so good. We'll have to see how he's doing in the morning. So about mid-morning, when I was checking on this ram lamb, checking his temperature, just seeing how he's doing, basically just checking him for alertness, see how he's progressing, I noticed that ewe was acting kind of lethargic. She was kind of sitting off over here in the corner by herself. That's really not like her. And then when I ended up dropping some gates and moving some gates around, all the other sheep came over to the fence line to see what I was doing, and she was off in the corner by herself. So I went ahead, grabbed the thermometer, went in. She was very easy to catch, which is kind of a telling sign for some of these ewes. And she ended up having a temperature of like 106.3 to 106.6. So we started the same treatment after we contacted the vet with her. No, girl. Nope. Throughout the day, her temperature dropped back down to like 103, and then this evening, me and Rachel were in here tonight to give her a follow-up dose of medicine. I ended up catching her. She was a little bit more lively, fought a little bit more with that, checked her temperature. She's back down in the normal range, but we're going to keep an eye on her. And we're talking with the vet. Basically, we think it's from the temperature swings that we've been having, getting kind of hot and stuffy, and then dropping down into the low 70s overnight, or even a little bit cooler. That's just something that we're going to have to start looking out for. And I believe, as of right now, Rachel's talking with a vet about possibly doing a medicated feed or like a top dress over the next 4 or 5 days with all the groups of lambs right now, just because we're seeing it in our pen of ewes, and we're seeing it over here with some of these lambs. It's really nothing else other than the environment right now, so we need to start kind of, paying attention to everybody, spend a little bit more time walking through them just over the next few days until we start either with the medication or we think that we have it all handled. And just basically keep an eye on everybody, make sure everybody's staying healthy. But we'll check on everybody again tomorrow. So come out in the barn to check on everybody. This is day 3. He didn't get any medicine or anything today. He seems to be acting a lot better, but I'm glad I came out to the barn when I did. He ended up getting his head jammed down in between the gate there. Can't really get out. He's not hurt. He's not choking. There's plenty of room there for him. It's just, this is annoying because it's like, here you are, got him off on the side, trying to get him better. And, he does this. Just, that's how sheep are. I'm going to go ahead and get him undone right now. So hopefully with this medicated feed that Rachel's getting mixed up for us, we'll be able to give this to everyone, including the lambs, because there is I believe, a 0-day withdrawal on it. And so that way we can just blanket feed everybody this same feed. So that way we can squash this illness. And that way, the lambs don't catch it and then pass it back to the ewes once they're clear of it. We'll just basically be able to, I believe, feed them. I think we talked about doing it either 5 to 14 days, somewhere in there, to make sure that we get everybody covered. And that way they get a full treatment cycle ran through them. That'll be a good thing. That way we can kind of squash this. It's nice to know that we caught this before any ewe got past the point of being too sick to recover. And that's just something we're going to have to keep a watch out for, is to make sure that, once we start feeding them this feed, I believe, like I said, she's getting a batch made tomorrow, that, over the next few days, that we don't see anybody else basically acting the same, lethargic, and basically staying away from the rest of the ewes off in the corner. So we'll keep an eye on them. So hopefully this works out for us, and we caught this ahead of everybody catching it. So we'll just have to wait and see. Well, that'll wrap this one up. Thanks for watching.